Here's everything that you need to know about getting Archaic Tomes in Lords Mobile. At the end of this video, I'm going to discuss the #1 mistake I see people making in regards to Archaic Tomes, so make sure you wait till the end before you click off this video. Firstly, what are Archaic Tomes? I think that's going to be the most important place to start, because some of you are just that clueless. Let me just show you. Here's a research going in. There's research. Of course, you need to get a whole bunch of resources. That's always been the way. You can finish it, with, gems or techno, what do we decide we're calling them? I forgot. But techno labs. And then there's also Archaic Tomes. You need to get a bunch of Archaic Tomes. As you can see, the cost of these in gems is unbelievably expensive. You want to get 1,000 Archaic Tomes. It's going to cost you, 810,000. That's a lot. And you're going to need a lot of these. This one over here, as you can see, it's just a level 3 to level 4, and you don't need that many, but, start making your way to, let's go to where I know. Here we go, familiar battles. This is something which is really attainable for most people, and over here you need 500, to unlock the 4th familiar battle slot. A lot of people are going to want to do this, and, 500, that's a lot. And you're going to see just how much that is when we start showing you how to get them, all the different ways to get them. Okay, so that's what they are. Now, let me just explain which ones require Archaic Tomes. Not all research requires Archaic Tomes. In fact, at the beginning, almost nothing does. We'll talk about that one in a second. But over here, nothing over here. This familiars don't require it. And then starting from familiar battles, these 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, the gear, of course, T5, you're going to need to use a lot of them. And the military, if you go to the very bottom, over here, nothing. But the last 3, which is kind of really cool research, you're going to need them. And my guess, again, my alt hasn't done it. And I'm not sure about my main account, how far I've gotten. But I'm not sure how many you're going to need, but I'm guessing towards the end, when you hit number 10, you're going to be requiring a lot of them. So, yeah, prepare to be using a lot of Archaic Tomes. Now, of course, the important question, how do you get them? Actually, before I get there, let me just give you one warning. And this is anyone that has half a brain should already probably kind of realize this on their own. There's a reason why this is empty. It means that there's a lot more coming. There is going to be a lot more research coming, and my guess is all of them, if not almost all of them, are going to require Archaic Tomes. So kind of prepare yourself. So Techno Labs came and people were really excited about it, but they didn't compensate for Archaic Tomes. You're going to need a lot of them, so if you're free to play, you're going to really start to have to hustle. If you've already done, the basic researches, these don't require them, but once you max this all out, you're going to start wanting to move to the next research. You're going to have a lot of Archaic Tomes ready. So let's talk about how do you get them. #1, of course, the one we just discussed. Let's just go here for a second. Gems, and where are they? They're somewhere here. No, that was the War Tomes. Okay. Here we go. Archaic Tomes, 900 gems each. That's a lot of money. And that's a lot of gems. I have 117 gems over here. Let's just take a look. And that's just going to buy me 130. That sounds like a lot. That's really, really not, as I just showed you before. The Archaic Tomes, they move quickly once you start getting to level 8, level 9, level 10. Okay. The next way to get Archaic Tomes, let's see if there's an event that's actually showing Archaic Tomes. They're not really usually here, but some events have Archaic Tomes. The most famous of them is going to be Guildfest, and you could win them in, I don't know if the KVK gives you options for Archaic Tomes, but there's continuous events, and the events, they throw a little here, a little there. Don't expect to see more than 4 or 5 or so at a time. The next one that's really great to talk about is the Kingdom Labors, right over here. And let me just see over here, what's the pay-to-play version variation. But here's 5 over there. The point is you get to, yeah, no, nothing there. You get to 15 Archaic Tomes over here. You get a few. It's not a lot, but again, free to play. You got to take whatever you can get. The Kingdom Tycoon. Let's see if there's any of them active right now in the Kingdom Tycoon. There we go, right there. One at a time. So it's really painful, but it's free to play. You get free one every day, so that's kind of cool. And let's see if there's any more along this chain. Oh, there's two more over there. So you get a few chances here and there. In fact, the Kingdom Tycoon is probably your best bet to get continuous of them. It's one at a time, so it's awfully painful, but it's a sure thing, So long as you keep moving around, you're gonna get them every once in a while. The next one is the cargo ship. Actually, you get a lot in the cargo ship, and it's kind of cool. Again, there's no way to guarantee that you're gonna get it, but it's not even there. But this is pay to pay. But sometimes you just click over here, and suddenly you see a way to redeem them. This doesn't need to be said, but of course I have to say it anyway. If you do happen to see something to trade, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter how badly you need your gold or how badly you need your food, trade. You need those archaic tomes. They're a matter of urgency. And yes, you might be a really early free to play and you're like, well, I definitely don't need it now. When you need it, you're gonna need it, and you're gonna need thousands of them. So grab every single one and save them. Um, the next thing is the anniversary shop. It's the New Year shop just finished. I can't even show it to you. Yeah, it's not even here anymore. But the login good actually. I didn't even think of that when I was preparing my list. So yeah, this is pay to play, but it's better. Yeah, I'm almost sure that you could get a few here and there. Also in the free to play option. It's not showing me over here, but I'm almost certain you can. Tell me in the comments if you guys know for sure. But I'm almost sure that I've seen it before. Now that I see it now, the anniversary shop has a way to get 100, and that's kind of cool. The New Year shop and all the little random shops they put out and let you trade in gems for stuff. The value is a lot better than 900 gems, so it's kind of not gems, um, crowns or whatever, different rewards that let you get. Go for them and max them. It's a no-brainer. You need to get as much as possible, and 100 archaic tomes in one shot is a big deal. Okay, of course, it would be crazy to have a video talking about archaic tomes without mentioning the pay-to-play options. There are a lot of pay-to-play options, but honestly, I just prefer this $5 pack. It's called Massive Discounts. You get 250. You also get a bunch of other stuff, but 250, that's a lot in one shot. You get, the monstrous chests. Those are the best. But, you get 20 of these. Not everything else is kind of a joke, and speed ups and whatever. It's not, it's not worth $5. But the archaic tomes, if you have researchers and you just, you want to finish them off and you're just sick of being free to play and you don't really care about paying for your rent, you know, that's kind of the way to go. Um, if there's anything I missed, any more ideas, tell me in the comments below. Um, these archaic tomes are important, so share the knowledge. But the one massive tip, and this one is so crazy, and once you hear it, you're gonna realize how obvious it is. My alt, of course, has not been following this advice, but this is so critically important. And if you knew everything I said so far, but you didn't know this, it was worthwhile listening for every minutes I've been talking so far. And that is focus on one research tree at a time. This is so unbelievably obvious. These over here, look, let me show you. Um, There you go. So everything in this tree, right? Let's say that the main goal of this is to hit T5, right? Let's say for example that's your goal. The amount of archaic tomes you're gonna need to get there is thousands of them. Spoiler alert, yes, thousands. And if you're gonna want to do the familiar battles, which is what this account's kind of like aiming towards. Um, Again, I'm not following this in this account, so don't listen to what I say, not what I do. But you're going to need thousands just to unlock familiar battle slot number 4. Which means that if you're kind of doing a little bit here and a little bit there, you're just spreading out your archaic tomes, and that's absolutely nuts. Don't do that. Work out what you want. If you want to get sigils, that's fantastic. That's a great ambition. You want to be, um, help fill and boost, rallies in wonders and or whatever, whatever you want to. You want to be a professional filler. That's fantastic. Don't focus on familiar battles. Don't focus on wonder battles. Don't focus on T5 gear. Don't focus on, the counters. Just focus on sigils. If you want to do familiar battles, you want to get number 4. which is probably a good ambition once you've done the rest of the main non-archaic tomes, then just focus on Familiar 4. If you're a rally lead, okay, you're probably a pay to play, so it doesn't really matter. But focus on that one. If you want to get T5, which again, a great goal, don't focus on everything else. Get your familiar battles to 3, and then start focusing on T5. And then once you hit T5, then you come back around and get more familiar slots. It just doesn't make sense to diffuse, unless of course you're pay to play. If you're a regular free to play, you can't afford to do all 4 of these trees. Just focus on one, max it, and then move to the next one. But doing halfway, this is crazy. If this is where you're playing, yeah, I'll just do a little here, a little there. That's absolutely nuts because you're just not going to have anything. You have nothing to show. Right now, I don't have battle slot 4. So if there's anything I'm leaving you away with, is this massive, massive tip that I'm certain 95% of the people playing Lords of Mobile are making this mistake. 95. I'm probably being generous. It's probably something like 98, 99. Just focus on whether when I say that, I mean free to play. The pay to play, it doesn't matter because if you're planning to spend $3,000 a month, it makes no difference which one you do. You may as well just do a little here, a little there because you're going to get them all anyway. Just focus on one. That's pretty much the point. Okay. If you like the video, thumbs it up. I could use the algorithm boosts and comment in the comments. Even say something angry and nasty. I could care less. Just say something because it boosts the algorithm. And also follow me on Twitter. I do giveaways. I just finished one. Someone won some money, so that was cool for them. Yeah, follow me on Twitter and subscribe to my channel. Do the notifications so you get alerts. And yeah,